even to the last couple of moments, obviously they still were like rejecting what I had, and or even different things like in ideas. They were like, no, no way, no way. And the fact that I was saying I am of royalty, and I think I actually was way more than I think that I am. That I was doing some, not converting, but basically converting, but basically trying to tell and inform my mom. And what happened was she got to this point. I don't know. I know she didn't want to argue, but she got to this point where she was like, okay, if that's what you're saying, and this means that this is sinning, and this means that that is the road to the lake of fire, like basically going to the Hades, going to hell, that let me choose that. Let me be in that. And so silent treatment immediately, and they couldn't handle it and all those things. And then there was the pressure about other things. And then she did this sickest manipulation tactic where she clearly already had everything in the works for me to take care of the dogs on Saturday. And I know, yeah, whatever, but it needs to be said because of the psychological tricks. I know it's slightly personal, but whatever. Like, because other people, I don't want them to go through this, or if they are going through it, that they could see. Okay. That basically there was no call. I came to this house, my grandma's, and I was like painting and doing my thing. Like, that's why there's a bunch of paint on his shirt. And she was like, she didn't inform me or anything. So even though I was living over there, I went back, and then the dogs had double food. You're not supposed to do that to dogs. I almost snitched this person out because of the way they were treating the dogs. And obviously, if I was going to get paid, like whatever, like a very small amount of money just for that, and then the person doesn't even call or say I don't need to or anything like that, like they clearly made their decision on their own. So I treated him with that same energy, because the next day she was like, oh, well, are you able to do this and that and this and take care of the dogs for this amount of money and all that? And so I said, I'm not even going to acknowledge that with a no. I'm not even going to acknowledge that with a no. Then she became super triggered, and as the demons don't know how to take any accountability, took zero accountability, and yes, I'm calling that person a demon. She was texting so much, and I said, can you just freaking answer this question, because I'm gonna have one of my other side of my family members who is not associated with my mom at all. But I mean, it's slightly associated because they have each other's number or whatever, but really not on the associate level of family and all that, and connected and calls and texting. So it would be better. And I said that that person is going to take care of my phone and then my insurance. Those are the only two things I had to worry about. That's the situation I'm in right now, actually. But I'm away from the attackers and the enemy. So, and I thank God for that. I praise be to Yeshua, right? Or Yahuwah. I don't know if it's exactly like that. But I think it's like potato, I'm pretty sure. But Jesus Christ, that's what I'm talking about. Praise to Jesus. Because, I mean, yeah, I'm out of that situation, but man, I had to see them for what they were, and my eyes became open. My uncle, all he does really is just, he literally lives no longer in his headspace. He lives just to do evil, to be evil, to lie, to manipulate. He gets off, I'm pretty sure, on lying and making somebody suffer. The sickness of the brain, of the wicked, and the crashing of like an ocean going. It's like it never stops, is what he said. And it never really stops. I mean, he just gets home and does the same thing every single day, every single day, every single week, and every single weekend. I literally can think the past 5 months backwards. Squidward type life. Squidward reliving the moments type life. And I was sick of all that. I was literally sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I used to either I just smoke myself to sleep or just drink myself to sleep, if you know what I mean. It was a harsh, rougher life. 2 years ago, I did have a dream that I was supposed to stop smoking, stop drinking, and stop nicotine, but we are here now. We are here. So, yep. Do people have multiple testimony videos? I'm pretty sure. The Jersey Shore. Jersey Mike's subs. Subway Surfers on a Subway sandwich. Yeah, I don't have ADHD. But if somebody has ADHD, know that they are trying to diagnose you for no reason, because that is a gift from God. And I don't see it as a disability. I see it as a super ability. Because on different levels of empathy that nobody can even comprehend is why. Back to the main subject at hand. Yeah, I survived it all, and you can too. You just gotta put that faith in, that trust in him, put your giving your heart, commit to him, just commit to him. I mean, that's kind of almost all of it, basically, right there, you know. I had to go deep in my brain into the cells of the brain of the areas where they blocked off my traumatic experiences. It was a little bit of pain to reach backwards, but I did it. Besides that, like before 2024, it's before 2023, I don't know, maybe he was cool with that I worked there almost for 2 years, but I ended up leaving, quitting, because I was getting harassed. Not sexually, but harassed in this way that this boss of mine wanted to be sus, or even asking like another coworker, like, oh, how much for me? Like as if I was anything of a display or a subject or an object. Like, I get, and I know, no, now I know. Now I understand some of that. Oh, you know, object, they're not an object and all that. But I never saw women as an object ever. I just was like, I didn't understand them, I guess. I didn't at first. Until you learn. But let's see, how many subjects did we go through? Like 3 different ones. Yeah, like I had such a compassion in my heart that even when I left, I was giving my brother advice, that one that had the spirit of perversion, and just bad. They all have unclean spirits. There's probably demons lurking, there's mentors going all up in the flying around where there's freaking the portals over there. And no, that does not sound crazy. You're crazy if you don't believe that. No, I'm just kidding. You're not crazy, but it's the ones who know that they know, and the ones who do not know, they're like, what is he talking about? But it's all right. The next people that I am going to have to address is the LGBTQ community, because whoa, it's a freaking whole propaganda. There's so much with that. I don't know if they'll be able to be saved. I know they can be saved, right? I know they can be saved. And when you have to hear my words with the expression of my feelings behind it. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I have dealt with regular and straight people, and those people are they're hard-headed, more hard-headed than the cement outside. So dealing with those people that already have done, you know, they're doing what's not good. It is in the Bible that it is technically the worst of the worst, and of that anybody can do, which is like why I think I say the way I say it, and the way I'm saying it is like, it's true. I mean, what are we gonna, they're already associating it all the way up in this upper level. And I just thought, just like my family member, like, okay, to be honest, I don't know. I think I've seen all of it, and I can only just maybe give my advice, and then maybe say what's right, and maybe say what might be, you would go to that lake of fire, or be able to go down this golden brick road of to the gates of heaven. Would it be persuasive enough? That I shall find out.